Jace Hinton, and he's kind of the do-all guy.
What up, guys? So this is crazy. Um, so this is the Q&A video. I think it was time for me to make this. I was gonna make it, and then some things happened. We'll address those in a minute, but yeah. So I got all y'all's questions. I was surprised by how many people more so DM'd questions than they did answer the little question thing I put on Instagram. But I'm okay with it, I appreciate y'all, sending questions. That's crazy that just played. That's crazy. So I got all y'all's questions right here. So let's ask the first one. So the main question, let's address. I feel like it's an elephant at this point in the room. So I had a major medical event happen while I was here at home. I went into cardiac arrest, and while playing basketball with some friends, and I had a ICD put in me, a defibrillator. So a defibrillator is different than a pacemaker. A pacemaker kind of keeps you alive. A defibrillator is for if I was to have another cardiac event, it would also keep me alive. But I also have a irregular heartbeat at times. So instead of your normal heartbeats, kind of, straight up and down, right? My heartbeat sometimes will go straight up and down like normal. And so it's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird situation. It's a big French word, but I didn't take French, so I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. But that's kind of what happened. It explains a few of my past events, as some people know. I've passed out doing workouts before, so that would explain a lot of it. So nothing really changes for me. I mean, I had this device, and I'll put a picture of it right here, of what it looks like inside me. I'm not going to show you guys my device because, I don't really like showing it. That was just kind of an elephant in the room. I felt like it needed to be addressed. It's crazy. I'm grateful to be here. Grateful for the people that I reacted at the Fruit Health or not Fruit Rec Center. You know, very grateful to them. Hopefully one day I can show my appreciation to them. I don't know who it was. I know it was lifeguards. I know there's about 4 of them. So very appreciative of those of you at Fruit Rec Center for what you guys did, and they're the reason I'm here today. So there's a big story behind it, but for the purpose, we're just going to kind of continue with the video. So the first question I was asked outside of that question is, did I think baseball was going to end this early? No, not at all. I thought I was going to play baseball until I got out of college, and then I would, kind of start to find work there. But, I got the opportunity to work with, Mr. Fred Slow. He's the reason that I feel like I have this job today. He saw something in me that not a lot of people did, and brought me on and saw, kind of a development phase. And he's helped me out a lot. But I think that's why, the co-athletic directors, Jim and Shanna at Highlands, why they've kept me on is, they saw how much work I put in last year and how I can help New Mexico Highlands athletics. Obviously, I've started to venture out a little bit and do some other sorts of work compared to what I was normally doing. But no, I never thought it was going to end this early. I'm okay with it though. This was this is where I want to be. This job that I have is where I want to be in life, and I don't know where I'm going to go with it, but yet. Obviously, I have goals and admirations and or aspirations, and um, this is where I want to be. So we're just gonna kind of run with it, see what happens. The next question I had was, um, what is my job title? So my job title is kind of confusing. Um, it is Assistant Sports Information Director, and there's two of us. There's me, and then there's my aspirin, my coworker. She's awesome. She does a lot of the social media stuff. So all the social media stuff that you'd be seeing on New Mexico Highlands Athletics is a lot of her, along with Destiny with graphics. But I know Maya's been working on graphics too. So um, they kind of handle the whole Instagram world of things. Social media, I'm decent at it. I'm not good at it. I'm decent at it. So Maya and Destiny are really good at it. So I trust them with that whole thing. So that's all them. uh, so yeah. Well, so assistant sports information director. So what do? I do stats, and I do public address for basketball. I did stats for football, soccer. Maya, she also helps out with all that too. Um, I don't do much of the basketball stuff. We have Forrest who works with the isotopes. He's the SID for the isotopes actually, and then Maya. They're the main basketball. I do public address because I don't trust myself enough in the basketball stats. I didn't trust myself with football stats at first either, but I did that. Volleyball, Maya and I worked stats on that together, along with soccer. Maya and I have worked together on that. I also do stats and broadcasts for baseball and softball here at Islands. I've also started to venture out into the media, the videography world, as you guys have seen some videos that I've made lately for both men's and women's basketball. And I'm trying to venture it out into other sports. So you might start to see some stuff for other sports here pretty soon. Really, the fall sports, we want to get them next year, and upcoming spring sports, we want to get them some content as well. So the next question is, why did you start YouTube? I started it as a joke, honestly. Um, I did a lot of video media production in high school, and I was like, oh, I can make a couple videos to show people what's going on in my life. And I didn't think that I would enjoy it as much as I do. That's why I make these videos, is for enjoyment and for entertainment purposes for people. I mean, there are some people out there that they love to see what I'm doing with my life and where I'm at, so I make it for them. And now I've started to. A lot of people watch my videos. They like the content I'm putting out there, so that's always a huge plus, a boost of confidence in a sense. Do you have a person you watch and model your videos off of? Absolutely. I like to watch Deion Sanders Jr. Well Off Forever. Shout out them. Especially with them coming to Colorado and seeing kind of what he does with his videos and how he grows his platform. It's huge inspiration to me. I love to watch it, and I like to watch others, but that's the main one that I watch a lot of. Oh, who? Okay, I like this. Who is my inspiration behind broadcasting? So I got into broadcasting because of College Game Day's coach Lee Corso. Love the headgear picks that he's always done with it, and he is my main inspiration. So, Coach, he made it fun for people to watch sports. I love it. Also, like Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit, obviously both college football guys. But Chris Fowler, he went to Boulder, so I really like listening to his games when he calls games. And a couple other guys, just to name off why I, enjoy sports broadcasting, what I kind of model after is Mark Johnson of CU Buffs. He's the voice of the Buffs. And then, of course, Drew Goodman. He's the play-by-play for the Colorado Rockies. So those are probably the main two main ones for me. Was it hard to do baseball? Absolutely, it was very hard. But at the same time, I said earlier, I love this job, so that made it a little easier. But it was definitely hard because you grew up playing the sport and you don't want to leave. But at the end of the day, the ball stops bouncing, the uh, ball stops flying, the bat stops swinging, whatever it is. At the end of the day, that's what it is. What sports do I broadcast? I broadcast primarily baseball and softball. I've done volleyball for New Mexico high school. I've done some basketball games for New Mexico Highlands, and I think I worked a couple last year. We had a little round robin at our gym, and we got to see them. We got to do those games. I've done a volleyball game for New Mexico Highlands as well. Haven't done football. I'm really interested. I want to try and do football, and I've done soccer, but I've never done football, so I'm interested in doing that one. It's kind of my goal. I want to do a football game at some point. So we'll see how that goes. And then the final question, because my camera's about dead and I didn't charge it like I was supposed to, is what is your goal with sports media? My goal is to provide content and entertainment for people and kind of an inside look of athletes. I think that a lot of people just see the personas that they put out on the court, on the gridiron, on the diamond, not, who they are outside of that. Athletes are people too. And so with the podcast, with the YouTube and stuff like that, if I get an athlete on there, I want to show that they are people too and that they have a personality that's outside of the sport. So I think that's my main purpose with it. My goal, obviously, I want to end up working at ESPN someday, hopefully, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to try and provide more content for you guys. I do apologize. And, having a couple events here and there that didn't work out for me. So I look forward to providing more content for you guys, and I appreciate y'all sending in questions. I think I got most of them. If I didn't answer your question, though, go ahead below, comment it, or DM me, and I'll answer it in future videos. Probably, I might honestly answer them in every video I make if I have comments or questions. So I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll
Jace Hinton, and he's kind of the do-all guy.